Yep. Yep. What? What? Now say what? Yeah. Here we go.
Good morning, recovery.
Good morning. Good morning. Dun, 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 dun.
We are live. Our mics are up. The music is rolling.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday.
Here we go. Wednesday.
Snowing outside.
Yeah.
SASHA's here.
Yeah.
Andrea's here.
Yo.
Bam. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Wednesday. February 19th.
2020 something.
Yeah, we're just rolling right on
Out
through.
here.
Do the introduction for us.
Good morning, everybody. SASHA is here to tell us her story this morning. And
Mhm.
we're very excited for that. Andrea's here. I'm here. We're it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, we're
We're very excited to have you here. For
yeah.
real.
Thank you.
How are you feeling this morning?
I feel the fire, baby.
That's
Feel the
right.
fire.
That's right.
We've been talking about this for a while now, haven't we?
Yeah, and there's been a lot of doubt and forces working against me, but I kind of faced it and said, I'm
Let-
coming.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this.
You got
Let's-
this. Like I say,
Yeah.
it's gonna be great.
Heck yeah. So before we get to your story though, I mean, headlines on, Page County and everything. So we got some weather going on out there. I know a lot of people has been hitting me up, just kind of concerned about our well-being on the AFresh side and what's going on with us. So just to let you guys know, God is doing his work. We don't know.
Day by day.
It's day by day. We literally don't know. We're
One day
just
at a time.
the layoffs have still happened. There's still a lot of our people have found jobs. A lot of our people are taking unemployment. I don't know where AFresh stands as far as financial wise with if we have any penalties or anything with people getting unemployment. I don't know. The one thing I do know is we are working and cleaning some houses right now with some of our people that are still working. As soon as me and Alex get done with podcasts, we are going to be going out and working. And the ones that are on unemployment are just waiting for doors to open and praying. And that's what we're doing. We're praying and waiting. And if something doesn't come through, then of course they're going to have to look elsewhere. So that's where we are at with AFresh. We are asking the community support through this, which a lot of you have given us. I mean, we've got a lot of people messaging, like praying for you guys. Thank you, for real. Thank you guys for that. We need the prayers. Life throws us some curveballs and it's unexpected at times. We have no idea when we get these curveballs. It can be with your health. You can have a house on the hill and a beautiful life, and suddenly you get a bad report with your health. It could be cancer. It could be, whatever. And then bam, there you are,
I have a hard time dealing with change in general. It's almost a trigger for me. But I mean, it's also something that that I personally need to learn to deal with in healthy ways. Because in the past, like I said, things would happen and it would just send me off the rails.
Change is hard.
Changes, it's just what I mean, like especially with AFresh, because we had it was a really good thing.
It was a
going.
very strict routine.
We all,
And you know what? It might be a good thing that we are experiencing this change because life isn't going to stay in routine
right,
forever.
exactly.
Mhm. Change is the only constant.
Absolutely. And like I say,
So-
and for people like I said, in the past I've had a hard time dealing with it. But now that I'm learning new skills and ways of dealing with different triggers and things like that, you know what I mean? It's like I say, it's the one thing that is guaranteed to happen. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And Alex, you with Future Focused, I mean, we started that, we got it started.
Mhm.
Now it's like, okay, where do we go from here? So now we just need to get, out there.
Mhm.
I know tomorrow night is business after hours. In Luray, that would be a great time for you to get out and promote your business. You could go down representing AFresh, but maybe in behind our AFresh cards for the first time, and I can talk to the chambers and see if this is okay. Throw out some of your Future Focus cards, which I have upstairs to give you.
What?
I know.
Oh, I'm
I
excited.
know.
That's cool.
We have to push that because future focused, what we want to do, or what Alex, what his business is going to be about is um, building lives around here, having like a temp service to where you can call if you have a business, just say, for example, a factory that you want to hire 10 people on, but you don't want to go through the process of trying to find somebody who's sober and good. You call Future Focus, and we got the sober, good people ready to go. And we're going to bring 10 solid people in there to work.
That's
And
going to be the focus.
that's a game changer.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be the focus of it too. Is I want to, we want to supply sober, hardworking people that are looking to change their lives, that are just, need a chance. That's where my focus is with it, is like I say, these people, because I know how hard it is, and it is tough.
Hard. Here's the frustrating thing though, and I'm sure you can probably relate. Our county is just stuck.
It is, but it's going in the right direction.
We're going there, but we're just so stuck in a way. I went for an interview the other day, and I'm not throwing anybody on their bus. Please. I'm not.
Beep, beep.
I'm not. Get the beep button ready. But in my interview, I was told, "Oh, I'm glad you got your bachelor's. That's awesome. You don't have enough life experience." And
What?
What?
I about to.
What is that one? Hold on. What?
Well, and I just like, what? Okay.
How much life experience do they prefer?
Yeah, was there a certain amount of years?
Well, a 72-hour class.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
What? I mean, you get that behind you, come back and see me. Okay. I mean, we get that. Then what? I feel like we're stuck in this stigma type thing that needs to, I think, oh gosh, how do I say this without being so mean right now?
It's also the system,
Well, I think it's time for
The
people to
system.
retire and new blood to come in. And I know that sounded awful. Push a button. Push a button.
Which one?
I don't know.
Oh.
Something more exciting. God.
That's all I got.
But for real, like, go on. Like, let us get this stuff going here. Our county is so much better than what we're doing. Like, come on, man. Let's do this. Like, we are so ready for new blood.
I feel
Or
like
if
it's
the
coming.
blood that's in there, it wants to operate it right. Like, come on, let's operate this stuff right.
I feel like it's coming because
I feel like we need a protest.
the revolution is here.
I'm ready to go
it's
on the
just,
court
you know what I mean?
steps.
Like,
At
it's
this point. Like, we need, like, come on, community. Let's stand up. We have enough county offices like New York City here. We have enough county offices out there where we shouldn't even have to be worrying about recovery court jobs. You
Yeah.
guys should be going out there cleaning these places.
I thought the same thing.
Come on.
That does make sense.
Let somebody with a brain come up in there and make these rules and regulations for our county. Like, why are we suffering?
It's just the stigma attached to it. Like I said, we're definitely fighting it, but I mean, it's still there, and I don't know. I really don't.
There's a division.
I
It's a
agree with you.
division.
I think it's time for some new blood.
It's
some
time.
people with some life experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's time for us to step up. The people who are in recovery to step up and say, okay, enough's enough. We have lived that life. We know what it's about. Get out of the way now and let us run this show and do this, because I've had enough of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of sitting back and just watching these people you don't have enough experience. You're not good enough.
Or we know your reputation. We know what you've done.
Man,
what
come
you know
on.
Your criminal record. That's what I'm saying. And like I say, we everybody makes mistakes.
I mean, is our president a felon or no? Not yet.
Hey.
I don't know.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure
If he is or not,
he's pretty close.
either way, he was close to it. Like,
Okay.
we are past that. We are 2025 past that. We have all made mistakes. Every single one of us. And you, the ones who are looking at others and saying, you're not this, you're not that, you're not good enough, honey, if your mistakes was known, I'm sure you would get up underneath a rug and hide yourself.
Absolutely.
So get over it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Give somebody a
Anyway,
shot. That's
we're
what I'm
gonna make
saying.
time for you because I could go all day about that.
I got one more thing. If I can throw this in, I went to Kylie's award ceremony for cheer yesterday, and it was good. They did a little routine. It was so cute. It was great. They all did really, really great. They were giving out little the papers, participation, and everybody got one except for Kylie. Yeah,
Ah,
and I'll be honest with you,
did they forget her?
who knows? But she had a little rough spot at the beginning of the season. She got kicked off the team. Her grades weren't great. And I
Oh,
saw this kid bust her butt to get her grades back up to get back on this team.
yeah.
And she did so good. Like she got her grades. Like she wanted back on the team. She busted her butt, got
What's
her
wrong with your
grades back up.
mic? Are you playing? Stop.
Why is it making that noise?
It's because you're messing around over
Is it?
there.
Am I
All right, go
fidgeting?
ahead.
You need
Yeah.
a fidget
Fidgy
toy.
with something. There you
That
go.
coffee, I'm telling you, that stuff was like mud.
Well,
But I just want to give her a shout out. Kylie, you did so good this season.
yes,
You're,
Kylie.
good job.
Again. There you go.
That's for you. I love
Yes,
you.
woman. Yes. Again, that's that person that comes from that bottom to the top. And those people that up here want to try to knock you down. No, baby girl. You are a success story. You probably deserve the trophy.
She did really good.
Come on.
She did good. They said they forgot it in their car or something. I don't know. It was kind of a bummer. Like I say.
Oh.
Everybody
That's
makes mistakes though, Like I said, she was acting like she wasn't bothered by it, but
that hurt her
it
feelings.
hurt my feelings. Like I
Well,
said,
sure.
everybody got one except for her. She did great though. I love you, Kylie. That's
yes, Kylie. We all love you so much. All right, girlfriend. Here we go.
all. Are you
Okay.
ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
We are ready to know.
So
Because-
how long have you been in recovery?
Yeah.
I have been in recovery since March of 2017.
March of 2017. That's the year I
So-
actually picked up in the use, started using heavy drugs.
So
Yeah.
that's what, 8 years?
8 years. Yeah.
March it'll be 8 years.
8 years.
Wow.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, March.
Next month. It'll
8
be
years.
8 years.
Wow.
Wow, good job.
Yeah.
Hasn't been easy though, I'm sure.
No, it hasn't been easy.
No.
Yeah.
You're
And how do
good,
you
though.
say your
You're
name?
doing it.
It's Sasha.
That's why I had him do the
Sasha.
introduction because I'm like, I don't know how to say. Sasha. Sasha. And are you
Yeah.
from here? Are you from Page
No.
County?
I'm not from here. Both of my parents were from a small town in West Virginia, moved to Northern Virginia to build a career and a life, and had me. So I was born in Manassas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about all right. So 2017, you've been sober. Right.
Something like that. We'll get into that. But my
Okay.
recovery started then.
Okay.
Okay. So tell us about tell us from kind of like a rundown of
I'll go.
childhood up. Go ahead.
So in the beginning, all right, I'm gonna tell you something really strange. I'm gonna try to talk slow.
Mhm.
I had a vision or a dream from before I was born. I was basically outside in the dark looking in, and my Heavenly Father said, "This is where you're going. You're going to live with these people." And I said, "No,
Aw.
I don't want to go."
Was this a recent dream or like
This is before I was born.
Yeah,
This
so this
is a
is like a-
weird memory
yeah.
that I have. But I knew I was sent on a mission.
Right?
But in the I've been fighting the mission the whole time,
Have we all? Yeah, that's so amazing. So you went though
Yeah, I went
against your will.
Well, it's I don't run the show.
It all started from there.
Yeah, I don't run the show.
Aw.
So yeah, I grew up in Manassas. I was an only child until I was 7. My baby sister was born. It was, pretty normal. My dad's an alcoholic. My grandpa's an alcoholic. My granny may or may not have been an alcoholic. But it definitely runs through our family a lot, the disease. So there was some struggle there. There was a lot of violence. So no, it wasn't normal.
Yeah, because I was like,
It wasn't normal.
it was normal
For me, it was
you.
normal.
Yeah.
My dad had some control issues, a lot of violence and things like that. So that's what I knew.
Right.
Violence, alcoholism, control. And
That was the norm.
things. That was the norm, and I remember waking up one time, my dad shot holes in the wall, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh.
weird stuff like that I just grew up with. Um, so when I was, like, 13, my parents divorced, and, me and my mom and my sister moved on the other side of town, and that's when I became, like, really rebellious. I had a certain amount of freedom I didn't have before, so I had, a whole new set of friends and, everything. And I started smoking weed a lot and experimenting with a lot of things. And I wasn't happy. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to participate. I struggled a lot. I got into a lot of fights at school. I was violent. I was mean. I wasn't happy and I didn't know how to,
Well, I mean, you just
know.
went through a huge life-changing thing. I mean, a divorce with your family that you thought was normal just got shaken. So, I mean, it's that yeah, what you're feeling at that time was just like rebel,
Mhm.
'Cause
attack mode.
you turn to substances.
Yeah, I turned to substances a lot. So all through middle school, I had behavioral problems. And I think I moved to Maryland my first ninth grade year. My mom moved to Maryland for a job or whatever. So I moved down there to Howard County, and that was kinda like a culture shock. It was a lot different. A lot of the people didn't like me, um, or so I thought. It was tough, but I didn't make it through my first ninth grade year. I skipped school a lot, you know, stole cars, ran around, I was still only smoking weed at this time. Um, and then, I ended up moving in with my aunt when I was 15 in Winchester. And, that was like a new beginning for me. Um, they had a really nice house and a really nice neighborhood, and everything looked really nice. But there was a lot of things that went on in that house, a lot of people didn't know. Um, so I lived there for a few months, and then, I had a brand new school, brand new everything. I had to start ninth grade all over again in, Winchester, and, I ended up moving in with my high school sweetheart. Shoot, I think I was, like, 15. I left home again.
And not
And
to not to take you from that part of your story, but I wanna let the audience know, we try to highlight this so much on this show. The outside beauty of a home and materialistic things of what people have looks so nice when you ride by, "Oh, they have it all together." But you never know what is going on behind those doors of a home with a family who looks like they have it all together. I get it thrown in our face constantly. My child can't come to the recovery house, or this person is not allowed at the recovery house. I will say with a strong, firm voice this morning, this recovery house, I believe, is one of the safest homes in Page County because of our openness and our reality of sobriety here. Um, so with you, you didn't even have to say a word other than what goes on behind that door. So I got it all. So anyway, go ahead. Moving forward.
so, yeah, my aunt came to get me one night, and she's like, "Come on, let's go home." I'm like, "No, I'm not going." So, I still even though I was in a new school and a new place, I still struggled with behavioral problems and a lot of rebelliousness. I got into a lot of fights, did a lot of, odd things. I experimented then with, a lot of drugs.
So
Um,
17 years old, at this point, you're with harder drugs, right? Or
well,
not
I
yet?
so at 16, that's when I started experimenting with a lot of, prescription drugs, LSD, mushrooms, mainly stuff like that.
Okay.
But I didn't get into the hard drugs yet. It
Which
was a
is
lot
not
of
helping your
yeah.
behavioral status at all. It's tampering with the like you're already not your brain is not all the way, and so you're adding the shrooms on top. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just taking us there.
it made it a little bit more difficult to
Yes.
accept things the way they were.
Okay.
I'll just say that.
Gotcha. We're following. Yeah.
Um, but I am grateful, my boyfriend's mom, she pushed us a lot. And I will thank her because she is the reason I graduated high school.
That's awesome.
Also, the principal couldn't stand me so much. I think he just wanted me out of there.
Oh, yeah. We've had those people
Yeah,
in
we were
life.
hellraisers, But there was a different season after that. The Lord sent me to a lot of different places. I moved around a lot. But everywhere I went, I received signs and different things that he was there the whole time. But I left
Wow.
out a part. So I always had a relationship with the Lord, but I didn't always let him lead the way the whole time, if you know what I mean. I kind of let my self-will take over at different times, which really didn't help me at all. It hurt me. So Lord, where are we?
Moving around a lot.
Yeah, I was moving
Yeah.
around a lot. So I was in
Are you still with the
between.
boyfriend at that
No,
time?
we broke up. It was a lot of back and forth
Absolutely.
everywhere.
Yeah.
We broke up. I moved to West Virginia, somewhere over the mountains. That didn't last long, but I met a lot of people along the way. And, those people really made an impact on my life, and I still remember them today.
Hmm.
Some of them have
Isn't that a
passed away.
beautiful, beautiful journey too?
Yeah.
Like we was talking this morning, the people you run along into, even in active addiction,
Yeah.
the ones who help you and the ones who don't. You remember.
Mhm.
You remember everything.
Yeah. So I ran around a lot, partied a lot, experimented a lot. But it wasn't till I was about 20. I ran into my first husband at a Sheetz.
Well,
At a Sheetz.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that.
You just seen and then you double hook. Is that how it worked? Like you seen him
Yeah,
and
it's
you
like,
did a double.
hey.
Aw. Well, there you go.
Yeah. But what I didn't know was he was a full-blown heroin addict, and I had not experienced any of that before. I experienced a lot, but not that. But there were some certain promises like we can go down the road, we can make some money. And when I heard that, I was like, "Oh, okay. I have a car." So that's how that started.
Mhm.
We were going up and down the road, but the more we were going, I was realizing there wasn't really any money. There wasn't any
Yeah.
money coming in, and that was the first time I was exposed to heroin, and something about it really shut out all the outside noise that I was hearing all the time, decreased my anxiety, and I had like this moment of solace and peace.
Mhm.
And I didn't get addicted right away.
Mhm.
I didn't get
That's a-
addicted right away.
Yeah. That's amazing. A lot of people usually, it's a right away thing. So it took you a little bit to, like what, weeks to use, months to use? And
Well,
why did you continue to use? Because you were with him?
we were only together for a very short time. He went to jail. And then one of my really good friends from high school that I actually had an encounter with passed away. And when he passed away, I had a really hard time coping. Death has always made an impact on my whole journey. A lot of, death has changed things.
Yeah.
But so I moved in with my friend's dad, and he was just an old burnout.
Oh, yeah. We know that.
And that's when I became addicted to high grade prescription pain pills, Dilaudid to be specific. And around that time, I knew I kind of had to do something to support myself. So I ended up going down to an old, nasty strip club on the side of Route 11 in West Virginia and did an interview. And that started a whole new thing in my
Wow.
life. At first, I
How does those interviews work? I just want just a quick rundown on that.
okay.
Like, how does that even go?
First off, it's really not an interview.
Just curious.
Like
Like, how
they,
does that work when you walk
I was
in?
nervous. Of course, I didn't know
Well,
what I was.
sure, I would be too.
So he like handed me this piece of paper, which I don't think even mattered, and wanted to kind of get a feel for me or something. It was
Like, do you
pretty
just strip
weird.
down in front of him
No,
to
I
make sure
didn't
your
do that.
body's
I didn't
right?
do that. No,
So they just look at you and just,
they
okay,
just
you fit.
yeah, and
Wow. I would have thought I would have had to, make sure everything's formed correctly here to get up there.
no, they take almost anybody, baby.
Really? Isn't that something?
If you want to get up there, they'll let you up there.
Oh my gosh. So you got up there.
So I got up there. The first time I cried
Oh my
because it felt
gosh.
wrong.
Yeah.
It felt wrong. I was scared. But when I saw how much money I was making, I didn't cry anymore.
Oh my
Right.
goodness. Yeah. That right there just goes to show
Yeah.
though how the devil
The
works.
evil,
The
the evil
evil.
in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man.
Um, so that,
Man.
yeah, that,
The Particle Daughter, the book is what come to my mind. Have you ever read that yet?
mhm.
I got the book upstairs. I'll let you read it. Yeah. Man. Okay,
Yeah.
keep on. It's getting
So you're in the
it's
strip club,
getting
obviously.
good now.
The main thing is just cocaine, things like that. That's
Well,
Did you? Yeah.
when I was at the strip club, I did a lot of cocaine. That's when heroin got really big for me,
So it got
and I was an
bigger with
IV
heroin.
user. I used the
I would have
needle all
thought.
day,
I
every
would have
day.
thought it would have flipped, and you would have went to the uppers, like the.
Well,
But it
I did
went
Molly and stuff too. That kept me,
yeah.
dancing all night.
okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but heroin was still my comfort for just all my psychological problems. I was medicating with the heroin because
Okay.
it
Gotcha.
kept me calm and kind of
Yeah.
not with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
But Lord, I danced off and on for close to 10 years. I'll say at
Wow.
least 8 years. And that is how I kind of supported my habit and my lifestyle. And yeah.
Wow.
And
Amazing. How did you get up out of there? What
how
happened? What happened to get you up out of that situation?
what got me out
And
of
what
there?
year did you get up out of there?
I got out. Well, all right. I was in and out of there. So the last time I got out of there was probably around 2016, I'd say.
Wow.
So not in
Yeah.
recovery yet.
No, not in recovery yet. Um, I was running around still, and I had a really bad overdose in 2017. That just about killed me. And the person I was with had to call
Yeah.
for help. So yeah, they had to hit me with Narcan 3 times
Wow.
to bring me back.
Oh
And
my
still, even
gosh.
after like the first time, I'm like, hello, and then I go back out, and they
Mm.
had to keep working or whatever.
Now, did you have any experience or did you just black out? Like, you know how some people, seen the light.
Oh,
Like when I went out, I seen a light, like an actual light. And it was a tunnel, but it wasn't nothing else. It wasn't like angel singing or nothing. It was just a tunnel and it was a light. What about with yours? Did you
with
experience?
mine, I went out, and there was a certain period of time where I was kind of like in between, like I was in a waiting room or something, but all I saw was blue. But I started hearing music, like
Yeah.
music I really like. Like I think I heard Jimi Hendrix or Janis Joplin or somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it might have been rock and roll heaven. I don't know, but
Oh, that's so beautiful. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying, man. I just love it. I love hearing these
yeah.
stories.
But I wasn't done here. It wasn't my time.
Right.
Yeah. So after that, you know, I pretty much made a decision. I was ready to get out of there. So I had been back and forth living in Stanley for years, back and forth, because I had somebody here who I knew I could always depend on, who would always take me back, and you know, I would run from the world and find some type of shelter from the storm. So this time I did again. came back, moved to Stanley. After that, and I went into methadone maintenance. Yeah.
Good for you.
And I know there's a lot of stigma around that, but methadone saved my life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't
Saved my life.
we don't judge that at all. The only thing that we recommend here is that there's an ultimate goal of, like, cutting back eventually
Mhm.
because, of, the heart condition that it can cause with long-term use.
Yeah. And it wasn't long after I was on methadone maintenance, I found out I was pregnant with
Well,
my first baby. So that was a hard decision. Me and her dad battled it. What's the best way? And with my doctors and everything, we decided it was best for me to stay on it because I
yeah.
was so early in recovery.
Yeah, you
You
have to
know.
do what you have to do for your recovery.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
absolutely.
wasn't
Wow.
wasn't long after that I had another baby.
Yeah, yeah. So you got
I'd
a
say
a
Yeah,
start
two
boy
young.
little
two
girls.
girls, 2
Yep.
girls.
2 little
Wow.
girls.
How old are they?
They're 6 and 5. They're 18
Mm,
months apart. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
And you have
beautiful
both
little
of them?
girls. Well,
Or
they go back and forth between me and their dad, but we'll
okay.
we'll
Well,
get to that
you know
too.
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of co-parenting going on.
You
It's
know
pretty
what?
good.
Yeah,
It's good.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
because even in the rocky times of parenting, that's still a good thing because you learn a lot about yourself too. That anger, I know I went through anger for
Sometimes it's not even possible to co-parent. I mean, depending on
oh
who
gosh.
and what's going on, like it can be impossible. But like I say, as long as it's
It's a blessing when it works
absolutely,
out,
It
definitely,
really
It
is.
is.
definitely
Yeah, and then when they get older, you can go on vacations together and things is just great.
Yeah.
right.
We're not there, but maybe one day. Just saying. I'd like to be
I'm
there
like,
one day,
huh.
X and my children, and his new wife. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Yeah. But
Right.
So you had
so
both the
I
kids.
had both the kids, and after my second kid, I kind of came to the conclusion I was ready to come off the methadone. It was a long it
So
was
you
a
did come
long
off.
hard I did. I was on methadone for the first 3 years of my recovery.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
that's what we always push for is an exit plan. Like I said,
Yeah,
some people
yeah.
get on it and they're on it for a little bit too long. You know what I mean? And it just I feel like it should be something there to bridge the gap and like say
and push it a little bit.
ultimately you want complete abstinence. You know what I mean? Like sober.
So you are complete absence now, or is it?
Now, I still got my vape.
Oh, honey,
And
that's
we can
gonna
deal
take
with that.
time. That's
Yeah.
gonna take time. Everything's gonna
Yeah.
take time.
But no, yeah, I'm complete abstinence. 'Cause
Wow. What a
after
journey for you.
yeah.
So how did you get into the peer recovery type thing?
Yeah, because we didn't even
All
did we
right, we're
put
gonna
that
get
in
to
our
that. We'll
Okay.
get
Yeah,
to
description?
yeah.
that.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So after methadone maintenance, I had I got off that, and I had in 2021 my baby sister passed away.
Oh
And
gosh.
death has been tough on me.
Yeah,
Sorry to
you
hear
And
that.
said
yeah,
yeah.
she was 23, and
What
it was sudden.
happened?
She had an accidental overdose.
Oh my gosh.
Um
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
with one of those fake perk 30s.
There you
Mhm.
go. See? That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying.
Killed her.
You think you got it, the right thing, and it was laced?
Mhm.
It's in everything now.
Yeah. So
So if you're out there and you hear this loud and clear, there's another life.
mhm. Yep. And after that, I didn't cope well with that. So I was drinking.
Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah.
wasn't doing dope. I wasn't doing drugs, but I was drinking, and I was drinking, you know, pretty heavy. Um, so, things didn't work out with me and my children's dad. It was rough. So, and my drinking contributed to a lot of that. Also fear. There was so
Yeah.
many factors, but the Lord was with me the whole entire time. I mean, there's a lot of things that I've left out, but the Lord has been with me through the whole entire thing.
Yes.
And I never forgot that. So I ended up moving to Maryland. Um, the kids ended up staying here, and I was apart from my kids for 2.5 years.
That's
Wow.
tough.
That's
Mhm.
hard as a mother. I know
Mhm.
the daddies have that, but the mother, man.
It was tough, but I was following the Lord's will, and when the Lord said, "This is what you're gonna do," I did.
Yeah.
And, I still had visits with him and stuff, but I wasn't with him as much as I was used to, and that was hard. Um, but, the breakup was pretty ugly. I was incarcerated. There was a lot of bad stuff, that went on that was passed down to me from my father. Violence, alcoholism, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy for me to just break those things.
Sure. Sure.
So when I moved to Maryland, after I got out, I got a job for the first time in forever, like a legitimate job. I
Yeah.
wasn't like
Yeah, with like a
nude or
Yeah. Wow.
it wasn't cash. I had like a whole,
How did that make you feel?
that was great. And I really, I kicked butt because I felt like I had wanted that for
Yeah.
so long.
Yeah, and you deserved it.
And I was like, okay, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
had wanted to be independent. I had wanted to be legitimate. I had wanted to turn away from all evil and
You did it.
I did it.
Wow.
And
It's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, I did it. And I think it was my second job interview. I ran into my second husband.
Oh, that's so great.
Not at a Sheetz.
Yeah, not at a sheet.
Yeah.
But it was really weird. The Lord kind of just put me in this place, and the more so I was going to AA a lot at this time. I had a sponsor. I was like, for the first time, really diving into it and diving into all my junk. I was doing therapy hardcore, you know what I mean? So, and I finally had like a full-blown surrender.
Yeah.
Okay, Lord.
Yes.
Yes, Lord.
Boy, what a moment that is.
Okay.
Love it.
And
I love it when we get to those moments.
yeah. So the drinking left. And actually it's funny because when I started forgiving my dad and having a relationship with him and telling him about my recovery, my dad stopped drinking.
Isn't that something?
That's a miracle.
Yes.
Yeah. And my
God's using
recovery
you.
date is his birthday for drinking.
Oh my gosh.
I quit drinking on my alcoholic father's birthday, and that wasn't a mistake. It just happened like that. So even after he's long gone out of this world, every year on his birthday, I'll celebrate my sobriety and breaking that curse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That has haunted our family.
Chain
for
breaker.
Who knows? Who knows how long?
Wow.
But yeah, while I was up there, I got involved with they were like a walk-in peer recovery community nonprofit. I got involved with them. I did the Recovery Coach Academy. Like I did all these things that I never thought I would. Um, the Lord was I wanted to help people, and I knew that my story wasn't in vain.
Yeah.
You know?
No, absolutely not.
So I went through all the training, and I got a job at a rehab up there, a really big one. I actually started out in the kitchen, moved up. Like I was just working hard.
Yeah.
I was putting in hard work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And moved up, became supervisor, and I had people underneath me who came to me for advice on how to deal with, the people who we served. We served 14 people at a residential setting.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
which had severe mental illness or
Yeah.
substance use disorder.
That's
But
amazing.
I loved it, and I met a lot of brothers and sisters in Christ while I was out there,
Yeah. Yeah.
that I still talk to.
Yeah.
The ones who I call when I need a prayer, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I wasn't out there for nothing.
Yeah. When you meet those
Lord was
people in life, it matters. Those are the type of friends you want, the ones that will fast for you and really pray for you.
Yeah.
Those are the friends you want.
Yep. So, that was just a season, but as I was there, I learned a lot from people, and I learned a lot about my gifts and what mattered to me, and, how I could help others. I learned how to garden. I always wanted chickens. I got chickens,
Oh,
all these sober things that I wouldn't have done, before.
that's awesome.
And, it was only a season though, so I was gone, 2.5 years, maybe 3, and then just this past September, I moved back.
I love the way you say it was only a season. Like, when it's time to move on.
Mhm.
Like, you already know that. Like,
Mhm.
it was only a season. Now it's time to move on to like what
God's
we're
telling
going
you.
through right
Yeah.
now in
Mhm.
our personal stuff.
Mhm.
We know it's a season. Now what's next? It's so hard to surrender it all over to the Lord and let Him guide you and lead you. It's scary.
I always think of it as like jumping off a diving board, and the pool is the Lord.
Yeah, that is
You just
true.
kinda
And have y'all ever seen that? I don't know if it's I don't know what it is, but I remember watching it one day where the whole company stands behind this man and he's up on a box and they're like, and they got him blindfolded and they're like, okay, we want you to fall. We're going to catch you because we want you to trust us. And he's like, okay. And they're like, 3, 2, 1. And he falls forward. And there's, I'm like, dude, that's me. I totally fall forward. I'm supposed to fall backwards. But you know what I'm saying? Like we have so many trust issues. And sometimes we're just so like nonchalant with it. Like we don't care or like not paying attention to because we want to trust, but we're scared to, and we don't even really want to in a way because the trust has hurt us so bad over the years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You give your trust to people so much and they hurt you. And people who are supposed to love you, your family and your friends,
But you can
turn
give
their
it to
back on
God.
you. That's where I'm getting
Yep.
to. When you turn it to the Lord and you give 100% and surrender it to Him, it's a game changer in life.
Absolutely.
And we did not open this podcast up and think, okay, every day we're going to talk about the Lord, did we?
Nope.
This is this is a God
It's
thing.
just, yeah, absolutely.
When we talked about podcasts, we were talking about just opening it up for recovery.
Mhm.
But see, miracles started happening. Things started happening in our lives where we had to talk about God because it was God.
You could not. It was so like blatant and right in front of your face. That, you know what I mean? It's just, you could not talk about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
look.
Been great.
and talking about family and things, our biological family, they're a lot different from our family in Christ.
Yes.
Our family in Christ are like our real family.
Yeah.
And that's just how I feel.
And you meet some of the greatest people too.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a
Yeah.
good.
We inspire each other. We help each other through, and it is very true. That's a true statement. Yeah, we're closer in Christ, and all we can do for our biological family is really truly pray for them. Make that list up of your prayer list, and when the Lord speaks to you throughout the day of who to add on to that list, add on to it. And my list is like that long right now because it's weird people on there too. I'm like, why do I got to pray for that person? All right, now I'll write them on there. And it's so crazy because like 2 weeks later, that person's going through something. And it's just crazy weird. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So
Like,
I've been back about 6 months, sold all my belongings,
so
How
you
things
just got
going?
bought
back
an
here
RV.
you just got back here 6 months ago.
I just got back 6 months ago.
Gotcha. I understand now where you're at
Uh-huh.
mentally and everything and
Yeah.
and where you're at spiritually too. Like you're trying to find where to go and what to do right now.
No, I'm not.
What's
The
happening?
Lord has plans.
That's right. And
I'm not doing anything.
I'm not neither. Pastor Audrey actually came here and see me yesterday, and
I love him.
and I'm going to go ahead and tell the world what a little bit of our discussion yesterday. It was basically of like me kind of going out here and knocking down doors and stuff, and like let's get this thing rolling. And I'm like, I'm not knocking down doors. I never have. The jobs have come to me. The Lord has always provided for me. I am just gonna just because I'm in this place of like, I don't know other than to let the Lord handle it from here. And I have definitely, that's how I am right now. I'm hands up. God help me. I do know one thing. I will stay sober through this. Lord knows I am. I'll have my backpack on my back and I might hit couch to couch again, but I'm gonna be sober. I ain't going backwards. Y'all gonna know what's up. And as long as I have a phone and my phone bill paid, I'll keep on going live with you guys. And we'll keep on like broadcasting what's going on.
Absolutely.
But I'm definitely not I'm gonna fight this devil with all I have in me. And we're gonna keep on keeping on around here, because that's what the Lord wants us to do. So
No choice.
that's right.
Day by day.
That's right.
So what are you doing with the recovery now?
So, I'm taking a sabbatical from the recovery scene
Okay.
because I feel like the Lord wants me to do more of a faith-based approach
Mhm.
to recovery. So I'm doing caregiving. I got my scrubs on. Got to go to work after this.
Yes,
Right.
girl.
Good deal.
So proud of you.
Cool.
So happy
But
for you.
you know, I'm working. He's working through me doing that too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. And you got an RV?
Got an RV.
Is it on wheels?
Yeah, it's on wheels.
Girl, I've always
I'll
wanted
show.
to.
You can come over.
I want to look. Are you living in it?
Heck yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
That's
want to
cool. We were
live
just
in it
talking about that
too.
the other day, weren't we?
Yeah,
When
yeah.
we drove by that one.
Yeah, I do. But I'm scared I'm going to take something out with that one, that big one. You know what I mean? Because I could just see me now, like thinking I can go underneath the McDonald's
Yeah.
sign. You know that yellow thing? And boom, boom. Like, oh my
Mine-
God, I didn't knock that thing down.
Still thinking you're in the Durango.
I want one the size of a U-Haul because I
Okay.
know I can drive that as many times as I drive a U-Haul up and down the freeway.
Yeah,
I can
they're,
drive a U-Haul.
they're
That's
pretty
cool.
cool. They make some nice
Yes.
ones.
I would
They
love
do.
to have one and get up out of here every couple weeks or months for a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just to go. Would
Yeah.
love it.
Absolutely.
It's nice, and
Yes.
you know, I've learned along the years. I've lived in beautiful homes. I've lived in motel rooms. I've lived in a lot of different places, but the less I have, the happier I am.
Yeah. I definitely can see that.
Yeah.
All
The
those
minimalist
things,
approach, like even those tiny homes we talk about, like you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
the more you got to worry
That
about.
just gives me peace. That makes me just feel so warm and fuzzy just saying that. So if you have an RV out there on wheels, I'd like to have mine on wheels. And you want to sell it, just hit me up because I am looking for an RV now on wheels. I'm inspired.
If you got one with wheels on it, or if you got one with wheels near it, we can put on it.
Oh, Sasha, I'm so glad that you came out this morning and you met with us.
Me
You
too.
have inspired not only me and Alex, I'm sure, but
Absolutely.
so many other people this morning. Your story's amazing. You can come back here anytime because what happens is, and this happens to me on a daily, I wish I would have said this, I wish I would have said that. It's going to hit you over the next couple of days. So you come back here anytime, write it down, and get back on that mic and say whatever because we want you to keep on thriving and telling your story. And you need to write a book.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd
Definitely.
go ahead and
I
start
love
that.
stories about recovery, especially like I say, where we've
Man,
come
you've
from
been-
so much and we've come so far. Those like I
Yes.
said, and just showing people that it is possible that we're, you know what I mean? Like, because they see people in active addiction like, they'll never be anything. They'll never go anywhere. And it's like, you're right.
Yeah,
Like
Mhm.
we do recover.
We do.
Like,
Don't discredit those people.
yeah.
We
Don't
do.
discredit those people.
Don't
Don't write them
count
off.
them out. No, because it's
We do recover. We got
that's-
our shirts here.
exactly. I mean,
We do
it's
recover.
it. Like I said, I can't. That's the stigma we're trying to break, right?
That's right.
People look at those people and they're just like, they'll never be anything. They're good for nothing. It's like, bro, you don't know what they're capable of.
Oh my gosh, I know.
You
And a
have
lot of
no-
us have special gifts
Yes.
that come out once we get clean.
That's right. That's right. It's a beautiful thing. It
Mhm.
is. I'm just so happy for you and the simple
Yeah.
life. I love it. All right, guys. Coming up around Page County, here we go. So we have a Cash App now for Valleys Rise Above. And you can go to Cash App, Valleys Rise Above, if you would like to donate. Any donations is accepted. We also have we do recover shirts. We sell at $20 each. What we are doing is raising money now for our 501c3 nonprofit is what it is. We have decided to full throttle go in for a nonprofit. And what it is we are going to go through a lawyer to get it because it is a little bit over my head. I am okay to admit that. So we're gonna get a lawyer. And he wants $3,000. So we are gonna have to raise this money to do that. And not only that, but we also need another bathroom here in the female house at 270 West Main. So that is our goals. And we need our county and surrounding areas to help us with this. So Cash App Valleys Rise Above. This coming Saturday, we are having breakfast here at 8:30 at Gene Good's house, which is 270 West Main, and it's Valleys Rise Above home. And breakfast is being made by, let me go ahead and let the community know that. This week, it is being made by a guest, Angel Price, and whoever she's bringing in with her. And so all is welcome. You do not have to be in recovery to come to this. All is welcome. If we have too many people, we will just wear, warm clothes because we might have to be out on the carport. But
Serving eggs on the
yeah,
carport.
come. I mean, still come. And then we will be doing Bible study together that morning. We will be coming down here on podcast with 4 guests, and we always just pick and choose that morning who's coming down. And then we always bring everyone around now to do that ending together. And then we go to ER Church at 11 for church on Saturday. So come out for that this coming Saturday. Celebrate Recovery is Monday night at 6 p.m. at Main Street Baptist. Free Indeed Tuesday night at 6:30 Newport Road. Last night was great at Free Indeed, by the way. We had a big turnout again. If you would like to make donations for Free Indeed, please reach out to Pastor Dwayne Painter for that, because they're starting to get a lot of people up there, and it's a lot of food that's getting made for the public. I would like for us as a community to push to help them out with that. 23 West Main, AA at noon. Go out and see the guys at noon if you have nothing to do. Rec Center, Audrey, shout out to him. Cash App Living Legacy Luray. They got a lot of good things going on. Audrey, thank you for coming out and seeing me yesterday, giving me your words of encouragement. You do not know how much you inspire me. I appreciate your prayers daily. I pray for you daily and your family and your success. And we are in this together. And I love you and Latoya so much. So thank you guys.
Come on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm pushing him. Man, he's hard to get though. But it's so great how he makes the time when the Lord talks to him to come up there and see me. Yeah, he came up and that made my day. First Step to Freedom. That's at 330 Shen Elk Plaza, and that's at 7:00 on Thursdays. Another Thursday night meeting, New Life Recovery. That's at Grace Covenant in Harrisonburg, 6:30. We have Health Fighters on April 18th. So I have to put a question mark beside this, because right now that is the ATV cabin thing that we were going to do. But I just got the message yesterday. They got flooded out in West Virginia right now, and they don't know if we're going to be able to do this. So that is a big question mark, and we will keep everyone updated on that. We were looking forward to going to that. We really was. February 20th is the end date for Shayla's homeless supply drive. We have the box out here on our porch. If you want to donate blankets or warm, what is it called? Hand warmers and foot warmers or anything for the homeless, just bring it out here to that box. So that's going to be tomorrow's the last day for that. And we'll be taking the box down to the rec center and dropping it off. Shayla, good job on that, baby girl. We're so proud of you. All right. And then Shenandoah Valley Jubilee is March 14th through 15th at 9 a.m. Through, I don't know if it's through 6:30 p.m., but anyway, that's at Page Valley Baptist Church. That's at 4567 U.S. Highway 340 in Luray. Pastor Andy has asked me to broadcast that on here. If you have anything you want me to broadcast, just hit me up on Messenger and I will broadcast it for you. If you have a sobriety date that you want us to mention on here, holler at me on Messenger. I will certainly, let everyone know. And if you have any discussions or you want to come around the table with us, please let me know that too. Of course, with our layoffs with A-Fresh, it kind of limits us with our people around the table. I don't have people clocking in and being here like we normally do. We usually have people kind of in and out with work. We don't have that right now. So if you want to come around the table with us, holler at me.
Misty said good morning. Y'all be safe. Remember what Pastor said Sunday, Andrea, God's got you. You never know what doors open and use you.
That's right, Misty. Thank you so much for being a huge support to us.
She's
and
awesome.
Thank you for all your donations and everything out there. And Misty, you've been a big support to our group, and we thank you and love you so much.
Got anything else?
Good Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming, girl.
Great.
God bless you in this journey. You're going to do great things. You already are.
All right, everybody.
All right. Have a good day, guys. Good job, girl.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Really good.
That was awesome.
Hi, everybody. Congratulations, SASHA. It is possible.
You're going to have now. And I'll share it on my Facebook.